Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Hillside Heart Prompt today, and we will just go ahead and jump right in and pick 4 hearts. We have Hobby, donated by, I don't know exactly how to pronounce her name, but I think it's Anime Sobaya. We have Hair by Debbie B. And we have Appreciate by Lene. And we have Sewing by Julie. Okay, let's see what we can come up with this. This will be quite fun, I think. I love doing these. It's always so exciting. I will put these aside and look for my items. Okay, as you saw, I did some sewing over there for my word sewing. I'm going to make a corner pocket over here. So I sewed around that, just your regular stitch. And I got these from out of one of my flow books, and I think they're quite lovely. In case you're wondering, if you're not familiar with the flow books, a flow book is filled with crafts. It's the book for paper lovers, and I own quite a few of these, and I absolutely love them. I just often forget to use them, and I often forget that I have them. They're up on my shelf, and I just absolutely adore them. I love each and every one of my flow books. But yeah, there was a couple of sewing pages in here. I could use a few more items out of here, but I have harvested some items from in here, but not nearly. Like, I have lots to go. But yeah, in case you're wondering what kind of flow book and what is a flow book. And I used, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it is a little bit of a purplish thread. I wanted it to kind of match the pink on here. And then this is a postcard, I believe. And I'm just going to, I sewed a zigzag around it. And I'm just going to make this my corner pocket, and that's where I'm going to stick my card into. Very simple, very easy. I do have a little bit of extra thread here. I want to make a little bit of a thread cluster. I'm just going to tuck my pocket in here. And then I'm going to glue my heart at the bottom. Now I have to remember I have other things I gotta add in here yet as well. I do have this paper with scissors that I kind of would like to add maybe. Maybe I should have done that first. And I'll tell you in a minute why I want to add this page. Well, that's a nice background. I like that. That's a really nice background for this page. And the scissors is not only for sewing, but it can also be accompanied by a haircut, right? Well, not haircut, yeah, but the other word is hair. And it's actually going to pull together quite nicely, because I just recently got a haircut actually done, and I got some highlights and lowlights put in, and I got a trim, a little bit of layers, and I quite like it. And I'm making a tag here, by the way. I'm going to use serrated scissors just because I feel like that matches a haircut, right? And I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges here a little bit. This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of page than I have normally done up to now, I think. It's going to be really nice and interesting. Quite different. I like it so far already very much. Now I want to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work, but like I said, I got some highlights put in my hair. Highlights and lowlights I got put in actually. And I got I did it for our trip. Okay, this is going to be kind of weird, but hey, I'm putting some highlights in, by the way, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Okay. Well, that's kind of really weird. I'm going to rub it off a little bit, because the word is just hair, it's not highlights, but I just thought it would be kind of fun if I would add some highlights since I got highlights put in. This is the color my hair used to be, by the way. Exactly this brown, really. But now I've got definitely a lot of gray. My goodness. I do miss having this color of hair. I do still have a little bit in my hair, a little bit of brown, but with the gray, I thought I would get highlights and lowlights put in, like I said, for our trip. There's a silver one. I wonder what that would do. If I remember, then I'll insert a photo here after my haircut. She curled it all up so nicely. And oh, I just felt so pretty walking out of there. Too bad it doesn't stay like that, right? I can't seem to curl my hair nicely by myself. Always the one side I can do, but not the other side or the back. But I'll insert a photo here of my haircut, and then you can kind of see how she did my hair. Okay, so I've got my sewing here, and I've got my sewing tag that I'm going to put in my tuck pocket, and then I've got hair. Oh, that's kind of cool. I could glue it or staple it right up there. Oh, I think my stapler my stapler is upstairs, so I will just glue it down. There. Look at that. That's kind of cool. So these two will be in my pocket here. I wouldn't mind if this would stick out a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Either or, doesn't matter which way, right? There, that page is done. I've got my hair done and I've got my sewing done. Now I have to do the words hobby and appreciate. Now, really appreciate would go with this. And the reason being is because I really appreciated my hairdresser. I really appreciated how she did my hair. You know, sometimes when you go to the hairdresser and you're not always quite satisfied with your hair after you're done because, you know what? I'm going to put this in the back. No, should I put this in the back? No, then I can't see it. I might just put that right there. Or oh, I just had a brainwave here. I'm going to glue it right on at the top here. Like that. And then I'm going to journal on the back of the card. Just talking about, oh no, if I do that, I cover the name, you guys. I'm going to put it right here. I know I usually do 2 hearts per page. But I think this time it's going to be a little bit different. Okay. There. Yeah, I'll take a journal on here about my hairdresser. There. I like that. Okay, let's do hobby. Now this is going to be maybe a little more complicated because I do have more hobbies than just one, right? Oh, it's not too bright in here. I turned on 2 different lights. So I found this also in one of my flow books as well. And I feel like, to me, it looks like a craft desk where you will sit and, you know, do some crafting. It looks like there's a bunch of pens and different things there. You know, and one of my hobbies is crafting. So I'm going to use this. And then I am going to use this. Also from my flow book. Oh, this is all from my flow book today, except for the lady is from a magazine. The reason I am adding the greenhouse because I feel like gardening and plants can be a hobby too, right? I love collecting plants, house plants, and I often spend a lot of time doing research on them and seeing what they all need and what I need to do with them and how much light do they need and, you know, all the different things. So I definitely think that that can be added to this here for sure. Why not? Oh, I'm going to glue that down. I like that there. Okay. What are your hobbies? Whoever is watching this video, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? What is your pastime? Well, you know, one can have many hobbies, not just one. And for me, I feel like that kind of would be that way because that'd be hard for me to just have one hobby. But my main hobbies that I have, I would say, would have to be obviously and definitely crafting. Any sort of crafts, really. I like scrapbooking, junk journaling, any sort of other crafts too that you make for in your house. I enjoy very much. So it can really be anything. And sewing, I don't mind sewing. Like, I don't sew myself clothes or anything like that. I used to sew little jumpers and little bonnets and things like that for my kids, for my girls. But that's a long time ago. My goodness. And I do mending, and I love needlework. I used to do, is it embroidery? Yes, embroidery. I used to do embroidery, and I absolutely loved it. And I still have embroidery stuff. And I would love to make a journal with a cover that has been embroidered, if that's the right word to say. If that's the right way to say it. I have a hard time crafting and visiting at the same time. You know what? I wouldn't necessarily have to have the lamp here, right? Well, they both fit on here. I think I'm going to cut the lamp part off. We could just go ahead and pretend here, whoever's sitting here, this is the window, and that is what she is looking at, right? That's kind of fun. Here's another desk, actually on the back of it, but I like the other one better. Staying on here, I could actually add I'm going to add this to this side here, actually. Okay. Okay, so I just wrote the word gardening and the word crafting. I thought that would give a nice added touch to my hobbies. Another one of my hobbies, I guess, would be photography. I love taking pictures. If anybody in our family gatherings, or family functions, has pictures and they need it, they usually will contact me and ask, hey Kathy, do you have pictures of that and that and that? And I think sometimes maybe family gets annoyed with all my picture taken, or even nature pictures. Nature photography is my favorite, my absolute favorite. I love taking photos of nature. So that would be another hobby really of mine, is photography. But I think photography is in one of my heart prompts that somebody donated. There. Okay, so where did my hobby heart go? Where is my hobby heart? Where did you go? Okay, I found my heart. Now I just have to figure out where I want to position it. I think I'm going to put it right over here. It's going to leave a little bit of an overlay, or should I have it in the middle because it's both of the hobbies here? No, I'm going to put it right there. Maybe I will not overlay it because I don't know if it's going to come off then. Okay. You can still see the greenhouse. And since plants are part of my hobby, I thought it would look nice to add that in here as well. It's also from the flow book. Should I leave that on? No, I should cut that out, right? I don't care for that. There, she has a plant in her craft room, just like I do in here. There. And there she be. I think it is finished. It is completed. I love how it turned out, actually. I've got my hobby here on this page, gardening and anything to do with plants as well as crafting. And then over here I've got my sewing corner pocket that I sewed and added here. And I added my sewing heart over here, and then I added the tag of the lady with the hair. And then in the back I just wrote that I got my haircut done at Studio 500 by Sarah. She put in highlights, lowlights, and I really appreciated how she listened to me and what I wanted, and I appreciated how she did my hair, and it turned out lovely. And then I did the date, and then I highlighted the appreciate for the appreciate word up over here. And then my tag here for my sewing, I got the sewing machine on here. I know this isn't part of sewing, but it's part of crafts and part of hobbies, right? And then I added a thread cluster at each corner of this tag or of this postcard. And then I don't know why I don't do that more often. I like the feel of sewing on there. I did a zigzag sewing around there with a kind of a purplish thread. And then I'll just yeah, and I did the background with scissors as well. And there she be, all finished. I hope you enjoyed coming along. Appreciate you being here. And let me know what your hobbies are. I would love to know. Thanks for watching.